Hello everyone. How are we all today? Can you hear me? 1 second, let me just do that. Welcome everyone to a random stream. An unplanned stream. How are we all today? Can you hear me? Please let me know. And don't look at my spot right above my eyelid there. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. How are we all today? I can't speak. I'll get to the participants in a bit. But welcome. Just a random stream. I thought I'd have a little chat and stuff. We couldn't see it. Thank fuck for that. Don't look at it though. I have a spot which has been bothering me for about 4 days. Right above my eyelid. Right there. You can't hear you or see your spot. Nice. Awesome. That's just what I want. But how are we all today? This is totally unplanned. I thought we'd have a chat about stuff. Deep dive into stuff. And just have a good old Saturday chill. And talk about random shit. I'm excited. First of all, Jenny Man, welcome. Heidi, how's it going? Jenny J at the shops, welcome. Mrs. Crazy Bunny, sorry, welcome. Bookie, how's it going? Stu Farrell, welcome. Laura Wilson, welcome. Bookie 1961, welcome. Garmac Sane, hello there. Amy 75, welcome. Tartan Kelpie, how's it going? Chris Storm, welcome. B, how's it going? Gingy Pinhounda, Sidahi, Gingy, welcome. Where was I? Boss Foods Fight, thank you for the membership, very much appreciate it, and welcome back. Kathy Lee, how's it going? Magnus, welcome. Spaghetti alla Paranormale, how's it going? Cameron Templeton, welcome. If you can hear something, it's my fan going because it's bloody hot again. Jenny Man, I think I said low, but I'll say it again. Don't call me Shirley. Shirley, welcome. Wait. Divan Van Ziel, hello there. Giselle, oh god, you just got chat just skipped. Giselle, welcome. Moody Mongol, Mongol, my god, he's got an alien base above his eyelid. Somebody needs to call the MIB and get it popped. Where's the wife? They don't exist. Welcome. The wife, I mean. Camille Cruz, welcome. Queen J, how's it going? Alpha, she, her, welcome. And Ski, welcome. Have you got some decent sleep? Sort of. Stephanie R, how's it going? Barbara the Alien, welcome. Boujin, how's it going? Wait, just skipped again. I want to get to everyone. Where was I? God damn it. God damn it. Where was I? Saul 83, welcome. Daisy Chain, how's it going? And we have everyone. Welcome everyone to a random stream. I thought we'd talk some shit. It's so humid. It's so humid. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I thought it rained the other day. I thought, oh, nice. It storms on the way. Apparently, I can't wait. But it's bloody boiling again. Lisa D, welcome. How's your mum doing? Well, she got discharged yesterday. She's staying at my auntie's at the moment because I'm still living down in her house, and I'm gonna declutter for her. Me and my brother are decluttering for her before she moves back into her house, so I'm still staying down there at the moment. Pepper's a big, wonderful furball, but it's good. She's actually home now after 2.5 months. 2.5 months of not living in my own house, back and forth the hospital every single day whilst going to work. It's been a bit of a time, I must admit. Ghosts are real, Craig Neal. We'll get into that now. But yes, loose connection. Have I lost connection? Am I still here? I don't know. My internet has been playing up lately, so fingers crossed I'm still here. So, the TikTok board just moved in. It's not a ghost, it's the fan right there. Right? Audio is shit. Is it really? I can't tell. Is the audio shit? Shit in what way? How do I sound, people? Let me know. Somebody let me know how my sound is right now. I'm really close to the mic. I might be blowing out my mic. I don't know. Audio seems fine. You're fine. It's okay for me. Okay. Yeah, Daisy Chain, it might be just you then, yeah. The mic's too hot. Oh, shit. I think the gain was up a bit too much. I'm too close to it. I don't know. I haven't done this in a while. I'm not used to live streaming anymore. I got volume on max to hit. Really? What's my mic like? My mic is pretty good. I could put up a bit more. I don't know. It's perfect now, Daisy. Thank fuck. Little Miss Mayhem, welcome. Brian Yates, how's it going? Navdan, how's it going? You have more time than you know? Yes. Exactly. Yeah, she's home now. So it's a good thing. Sorry, I gotta check this. 1 second. It's weird. Pavel just texted me something. It's very funny. Pavel, if you watch it, I thought you were away. Sounds distorting a bit when you get louder, really. I mean, like I said, I haven't done this for a while. So, I don't know. I might be too close to the mic. I don't know. I'm new to this, don't you know? One Annalise, what's up, bruh? Eating pizza, I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet. I've been on the go since 5 a.m. this morning. What have I had? I've had a Snickers bar. So I'm pretty hungry, but bugger it. I'm always a little quiet. I know. I don't know what to tell you. Miss Kelly, welcome. Did you bond with the cat? Oh, the cat loves me. Which is great, but at the same time, it's a bit annoying sometimes. Because, you know. I'd love to know Mr. Grey's take on the Paranormal Files Beardo Seg debacle. We'll get into that now. I'm not making a video on it because that's nothing to do with me, but I do have some thoughts. Kells, welcome. Sorry if I missed anyone coming in. Shane Bull Paravet, how's it going? Catherine Lawrence, welcome. Could have been an update and you saw every time my Windows updates, which I think it has a few times over the last couple of weeks, it ruins my audio. It's very annoying. The cat will miss it. Yeah, well. I'm looking forward to my sleep. I must admit. I like that little furball shit bag. But I'm looking forward to my sleep. I must admit. We need Miss Grey to look at it. T-shirt. Yeah. You look thinner than normal. The scales are not saying that, Lisa. I assure you. The scales are not saying that. I assure you that. Beardo, welcome. Just wanted to pop in and say good news about your mum won't be staying. I'm still getting incognito. No problem, Beardo. But welcome. Paul C, how's it going? Papa, are you here, by the way? You did text me, but I don't hear you. I've missed you if you are here. What about the Annabelle doll tour? Very sad. I know nothing about that other than someone's passed away. And I don't know his name. I'm out of the loop with a lot of stuff, unfortunately. I am out of the loop. Storyteller Snake, welcome. But I do want to talk about stuff. So, I've been looking the last couple of weeks about Skinny Bob. Anyone remember Skinny Bob? I plan on doing a deep dive into it myself. As like sort of like a comeback video. Sort of. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Hank Marvin. I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. I'm really hungry. I probably should have eaten before I went live, to be honest. That is the alien. Skinny Bob is a haircut. No. Right, I'm going to show you first before we get into stuff. Right, Skinny Bob. Now, when I saw this years ago, I thought it's a rigged 3D character. I still have thoughts on it, but, you know, we'll get into it. Elvis is the king. Welcome. Update down. Second Crow, not sure it. I also saw that live. Right, I'm going to start with that, actually. JM Creature Comforts, welcome. Paul C, how's it going? I think I said hello, but I don't. Skinny Bob is doing the rounds, exactly, yeah. I was looking at it a couple of weeks ago. And then it's doing the rounds, like, maybe it just popped up on my feed, I don't know. Hasn't the Skinny Bob vid been proven trash? I don't know, Brian. I have my thoughts on it. If you can point me to where it's been proven trash. Because I was going to do a deep dive, but if it's already been proven trash, I won't bother. Trash. I won't bother. But let me know. Stranger Things is back. I can't wait. The final season, I cannot bloody wait. I'm excited. With Skinny with Stranger Things. Odd O'Clock, welcome. With Stranger Things, I think it's a brilliant show. The season 2 lost me a bit, but I still carried on. And season 3 was good, and then season 4 was really good. And the final season, I'm really looking forward to it. So please do the deep dive. Maybe I will still. Ed Horse. How's it going? And welcome, Ed. MrGrey's gaming one, I know. It's coming back. That is coming back, Ed. Steve Field, welcome. It's brilliant. I love Stranger Things. It, like I said, season 2 lost me a bit. It did. I didn't like it when I don't know what it is. When there's an ensemble cast, I don't like it when they split up the entire season. I don't like that. And season 2 they split up. So, some went to New York. Or sorry, one of them went to New York. And there's this whole thing with the gang members, and I found it a bit cringe myself. But I still pushed through it. But I really enjoyed season 3 and 4 of Stranger Things. So I'm looking forward to the final season. Wasn't it the shape that debunked it? If it is, well, the Skinny Bob, I don't know. I haven't seen him do a video on it. I don't know. If it's called Skinny Bob and has gone around the internet like a shot, I can safely say it's probably bollocks like Black Eyed Kids. The New York bit was shit. I know. I watched it a second time a few years back, and I sort of enjoyed it better then. When they initially season 2 of Stranger Things, when they initially showed, and when they went to New York, I really didn't enjoy it. I very much did not enjoy season 2 the first time around. I enjoyed it a lot more second time around. So I don't know. Season 3 did that for me, but season 4 pulled up me right back in. I can't remember season 3 actually. Was that when they first? Was season 3 when they first had the shopping mall, as you call it, in America? Was that season 3? I think it was. And I really enjoyed that. Flip art music, welcome. Let's hope it's not like Game of Thrones. I have so much to say about Game of Thrones. I still, right? I was a huge fan of Game of Thrones. I still am. And I still say to this day, right, before we get to the end of it, that I still think Game of Thrones is one of the best TV shows ever made, in my opinion. The Devil's Reject, welcome. Mr. Stigma, how's it going? Lost, Amy, I can talk all day about Lost. One of my favorite shows of all time. But Game of Thrones, right? I still think you can't. I don't think you can call Game of Thrones shit just because of a final season or final 3 or 4 episodes, whatever. I still think it's an amazing show, but yeah, they completely dropped the ball. How it ended. CRL, welcome. I like Game of Thrones ended, don't hate me. I enjoyed it at the time. I genuinely did enjoy it at the time. I was still like, when I was watching the final season of Game of Thrones, I was like, that's an odd way to go in that episode. That's an odd story arc right there. But I still enjoyed it because the set pieces and the The bottle episodes, I think, were really bloody well done. But when you go back and look at it, you think, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You know, it makes no sense. But I still enjoy it. And I still, to this day, I still say Game of Thrones is an amazing show. A lot of people didn't like the final season, but you can't judge an entire 10-year run on that final season. Well, I suppose you can, but I don't. Basically. Now, to get on to Lost, because I know people are saying Lost. You like the Amy, Lost has a special place in my heart. I've said this before in episodes or live streams. I like Lost for many reasons, right? I think I love the mystery of it, and when I first watched that, I was in a very happy time in my life. Very happy time in my life. So whenever I watch it, it reminds me of that, and that's why I like Lost. But the final season of Lost, I was fine with it. I was totally fine with it. And a lot of people, and I've seen videos on YouTube, and a lot of people say they were in purgatory the whole time. They weren't. They misunderstand in the show if that's what you think. I could explain it, but I'd have to go into stuff. But I very much enjoyed Lost. And Lost is a show I watch every few years. I go back to it. I still love it. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but they were not in purgatory the entire time, I should say. Final stuff we'll get, that's a different story, but the entire time they were not in purgatory. Because people always get that wrong in YouTube videos, and maybe I'll have to do my own video on it. My own deep dive breakdown of Lost, the entire season. Maybe. Ann Wilkinson, welcome. Sorry, I missed people coming in now, haven't I? I'm rewatching Lost right now. Nice, Stu. Nice. I've been planning on going back to it for a while. I think I'm going to go back soon, actually. Because like I said, it's my happy place. Bran is the most powerful being in the universe. He will keep peace. Makes sense to me. Lost sucked. It started great and ruined it. Obviously, the first two seasons are hands down the best. Hands down. The mystery. What's the hatch all about? I agree, it is the best. But I still enjoyed the ending. I still enjoyed it. Same with Supernatural. Last episode was crap and I ruined the show. I've only ever seen the first season of Supernatural, so I don't know. Can't do Lost. Have you seen? I don't. You should watch Mr. Robot. I've heard good things about that, Alex, but I have not watched it. It's something on my list I've been trying to get to. If they were dead the whole time, how come new people came to the island, they left the island and came back? Stu, they weren't dead the whole time. This is what some people get wrong about that show. Like I said, maybe I'll go into detail about it. Was it explained why the fat guy never lost weight? Well, he said himself, he dropped a few holes in his belt. It's just he was a big guy, you might not notice. Hurley said that himself in the show. First 3 seasons of Charmed. I've never watched Charmed. I've never watched it. MrGrey Stam Fine just did a video on Lost. Oh, I'll have to have a look. Fringe, again, I've never watched it. I've heard good things about it. Lonely Goomba, welcome. How's it going? Oh, excuse me. Talk about bad endings. The Umbrella Academy. Kathy Lee. I'm with you on that. I love the Umbrella Academy. And again, I sort of enjoyed the final season, but I am with you on that. At the end, the way it ended. One, it made no sense whatsoever. But two, it just made... The way they went about the final season of Umbrella Academy, it made the entire first few seasons pointless. But anyway. When's the next PB? Possibly tomorrow. And I'm hoping to go back into normal things soon. But yeah, I'll probably do one tomorrow actually. Jenny J, welcome back. I got bored of Lost after season 2, but I did like another Damon Lindelof series, The Leftovers. I've heard of it, and actually, I love the soundtrack to Leftovers. I've never watched The Leftovers, but I do love the soundtrack. I thought it was implied they broke into another dimension in Lost, but the last season confused. Right, I'm going to explain very briefly. I can't speak. about the final few seasons of Lost, right? Right. Actually, I probably can't in the live stream. Basically, when in Lost broke into another dimension, they didn't break into another dimension. When it went to what they call the sideways universe, dimension, whatever, they were dead, right? When they went into the sideways one, when Jack had a son, they were dead. Has anyone seen the ending of Lost? I don't want to spoil the ending of Lost if no one's seen it, if some people haven't seen it, mind. So I'll wait for you to answer. Jack's dad, Hawk the Slayer, explains exactly what's happening in the last episode. Peacemaker, I have not watched Peacemaker yet. Anne Wilkinson, thank you for the membership. Very much appreciated. Well, things just looking up for your mum. She came home yesterday, so still a long way to go, but at least she's home now. Have you seen the film Pontypool? Yes, a very long time, Steve. Long time ago, I mean. How Saeed loved a woman before the island, but his soulmate was a woman before he knew months. Yeah, that was a bit weird, Alex. I'll agree with that. It was a bit weird how the entire show, the entire arc of Saeed in Lost, for those who don't know, was this woman who, you know, he loved before he went to the island, and then all of a sudden, oh, forget about it. It's weird. I do agree that one was a bit weird. I hate anything that ends with characters being wiped from existence. Me too, Stu. I think it's a cop-out when shows do that. I think when shows, after like, say, 4 or 5 seasons, they do like the final season, whatever, or episodes where they never existed and it changes the whole arc. I don't like that at all. I like consequences. And when you do that, that is just basically saying, I don't know how to end this show. Basically. That's what that's saying. Jenny J, I haven't seen that. Alright, I'm not going to spoil it. Maybe I'll do my own video that nobody will watch about Lost, because I see a lot of wrong opinions about Lost on YouTube, and maybe I'll have to do my own thing. You know, I always thought of it as purgatory type thing, not the entire time, Kathleen, but again, I'm not going to spoil it. Dan's new video series spoilers, maybe. Can you wave or something when you're not explaining stuff? Can you wave or something when you're not explaining stuff? I don't know. I got fed up before the end of the first series of JM, if you've never seen the end of the first season, watch it. It's amazing. That's all I can say. Or is the Black Smoke? Again, some people in here haven't watched this, so I don't want to go into much detail, but the Black Smoke was... How can I say this without spoiling stuff? I don't think I can, actually. To be honest, if a TV show has to be explained to me, I won't enjoy it. It's too much work. I can understand that, but I do like figuring stuff out. When it comes to TV shows, I do like that. I think I got up to season 3. I thought the Black Smoke was the beings that lived in that dimension. No. Bob Newhart had that. Not sure if they were the first. Maybe the first on TV, but producers have been trying to rebottle that magic ever since. I don't know what Bob Newhart is. Excuse me. Ending on a dream to save the series like they did on Dallas... Or when he walked out of the shower, yeah. Well, yeah. Was it Bobby Ewing? Walked out of the shower and it was like all a dream. The entire season was all a dream. Anyone remember that? It's because they killed him off. And this is what happens with some TV shows. They kill a character off. And then they realize, oh shit, we've just lost 3 million viewers. Because that character was very much popular. How can we bring him back? It was all a dream. That's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I do remember that. I would. It's leaving. What's leaving Netflix? Surely. I need Lost explained to me like I'm 5. Well, maybe I will. I watched Stranger Things from the beginning, also Cobra Kai start to finish, so I'm ready for the final season of Stranger Things. Me too. They destroyed Saeed and Locke's character. They should have kept the smoke monster the same actor. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but I actually enjoyed Locke/Black Smoke guy. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil stuff. I think everyone should watch it. I think everyone should watch Lost. And then come back. I'll see you in 22 weeks. So that Don't Call Me Shirley might need to binge it again. I think we all definitely need another Bailey stream. No. Watched Cobra Kai to the end. I kept telling myself to give it up, a waste of time, but I continued with it. I was right. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, but I never went back to it for some reason. People say the writers are making it up as they went along, but Locke shows the black and white backgammon counters, and there's a book called The Evil Twin in first. Yeah, I think the writers of Lost, I think they definitely knew an end goal, but they were still figuring out how to get there, at least. But I definitely think they had the ending down, I reckon. Or close to it, anyway. Bob Newhart's second show ended on the dream and he woke. I don't know who Bob Newhart is, by the way. The guy who played the Smoke Monster had a really good cop show on Amazon called Bosch, worth watching. His name is... I always remember his name because he's got an odd name, but I can't remember it now. It's something like... it begins with a T. It's not Tyson. It's like almost like a Roman name. The actor's guy's name. I gotta look him up now. It's gonna bug me. Black Smoke, Lost actor. Titus, that's his name. I think that's an amazing name. Titus B. Welliver. That's how I always remember that guy. His name is Titus. A Roman name. I think it's brilliant. Lost is Dandalf. Mr. DSC, welcome. Sorry. I positive I missed people coming in, by the way. We'll get into some stuff now. Professor Neutron, Bob New. I still don't know who that is. We missed you so much in Goose Goose Duck. I tried playing on mobile. I couldn't get it to work. It would not recognize my mic. I don't know what the hell was going on with it. But hopefully I can play next time now. The new show I incredibly recommend, Cold Murderbot on Apple. I don't know what that is. The only thing I've ever watched on Apple TV was Severance, which I massively recommend. I think it's one of the best shows in the last couple of years. If you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. I'm not going to say anything about it because when you watch the first episode, you won't have a clue what's coming. Severance is amazing. Watch that. Don't mind if you say what happens. Some of the people, I don't know. It's hard. I know it's like 14 years old now. It's hard because I don't like spoiling Lost because I think if you get into that show, it's one of those shows which if you spoil something, it spoils a shit ton of the rest of the series. So that's why I'm trying to skirt about it. But I don't know. I just keep watching my comfort shows on loop. Probably pretty... I do that, Queen J, don't worry. The network made them stretch out the story out too many episodes in season... Are you talking about Lost? I don't know. Don't scare Claire, sorry. Welcome. How's it going? It makes sense you like working out stuff out in shows, giving you debunking. I tend to use shows as background wind down time, so shows I have to work at don't appeal to me. When it comes to TV shows or movies, I'm in it. I'm in it. I don't care what the film is. I don't care what the TV show is. I am in that universe for the amount of time I'm watching it. If there's a group of people there, I can't watch it. I can't watch movies or TV shows with a group of people. Because if they, like, you know, oh, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it from here. let me listen to this sentence. I'll get back to you. It could be a bit annoying, but I massively get into TV shows and movies where I got my blinkers on. I can't help it. I only know of Bob Newhart from the Big Bang Theory. I've never watched Big Bang Theory, so that's probably why I don't know him. Before your time, Mr. Grey. Bob Newhart. Okay. Bob Newhart was an ass. What show should have stayed cancelled because they ruined it when they brought it back? For me, Arrested Development. Again, I haven't watched it. Should have stayed cancelled. I'm going to be... I know people are going to disagree with me here. But there is definitely one show I think should have stayed cancelled. I enjoyed the first season. After that, it was just a bit shit. Family Guy. I'm not a fan of Family Guy. First season, I think it was brilliant. The rest of it, I'm not a fan. I'm just saying, I don't know why I'm doing jazz hands, but I'm just saying, I am not a fan of the latest seasons when it came back, the Family Guy. That's all I'm actually a fan of Seth MacFarlane. I love The Orville. I think it's one of the best shows ever. I think we're too old for Family Guy. I don't know. I still love South Park, so I don't know about the age thing. But Family Guy is amazing. Family Guy, I thought the first season was amazing. I loved Family Guy. But then that's all it turned into. And once you realise it, you're like, oh shit, I can't unsee it now. It turned into offshoot jokes which added nothing to it. Like, remember that time the president came to our house and he gave us tea? That was fun. That, I didn't do a good one then, but you know what I mean? That came really grating for me. And the musical pieces became really grating. How every time there was a massive orchestral musical piece. I hated it. It really got annoying. And that's my phone. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I'll be back. Sorry. I had to take that call. And now I can't remember where it was. So I tell you what, we'll get into the topics I've put in the title, shall we? Because I can't remember where it was anyway. I just love Bob and Linda's relationship. Bob's Burgers. Was it Pepper? No, it wasn't Pepper. Seth loves big band pieces. I'm fine with the big band pieces. It was just almost every episode. It was a big band piece. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back to it. It was years ago I stopped watching Family Guy, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back to it. It was not Richard Jen, no. Stop slagging off Family Guy. I will know. Right, anyway. So, what was the first thing I was going to talk about when we got sidetracked? I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell, yes. Right. Pardon my language. Seth thinks he's a better singer than he actually is. He's actually not a bad singer. So yeah, I watched Segs and Crows live stream the other day. Now, Ragman Media. I didn't know him. I didn't interact with him. I didn't know him. So when they announced that stuff the other day, I was a bit, oh shit, that's a bit shit. Because apparently he was in a car crash and he passed away. But I watched the it's not drama, Jen. I'm just chatting. But Seg and Crow did a live stream the other day where they're saying they don't think he actually died, and this other person called, I can't remember what they call, Media something, is actually the same person, because they were donating like lots of things to them and stuff. But the thing with that, like, I had the live stream on in my car whilst I was driving down to the hospital the other day, right? That's what I was just listening to it. I wasn't watching, I was listening to it. But now, like I said, I didn't interact with this Ragman guy. I didn't know him at all. The only time I heard his name when they said, "Oh, he's passed away." That was the first time. But the thing that scared me the most in that live stream. Now, they knew Seg and Crow. They knew this guy better than me, because, like I said, I didn't know him. But the thing that scared me the most in that live stream is a couple of times he said, "We're pretty sure it's the same guy." That scared me. I think if you're gonna say, "Oh no, someone actually didn't die," I think you have to be 100%. That's just on me. That's my opinion. Like I said, they probably know a lot more detail than that, and they probably are right. They might be right. But I think if you're gonna say someone is not dead, I think you have to be 100%. I don't know. That's just on me. I would have to have been 100%. If I'd said that stuff myself on a live stream. I was listening to it, and every time they said, "We're pretty sure he's not dead," I was wincing whilst driving. But like again, like I said, I don't know him. I don't know this guy. Seg and Crow know them a lot better, so they probably have a lot more detail than I ever will. So I don't know. I just found that odd myself. I'm annoyed because I had my doubts, but I felt like I couldn't say anything in the lies. I know. I mean, if it is true that he's faked whatever, he's faked his death, right? If it is true, like they said in live stream, they're not going to have a go at him because it could be a mental health issue, which is, I think, is a good thing. But at the same time, it's fucking nuts. It's crazy how somebody could do that myself. But like I said, I don't know, I find it odd. But at the same time, I'd have to be 100% that is the case before I said anything about it. I don't know. I didn't know him. Like I said, that's all I gotta say on that. Basically. Oh God. I've spoken to him several times, seemed normal enough. Must admit, I was a little worried about the sheer amount of donations he gave. Oh, the media guy. Yeah, I heard he was giving like hundreds of dollars or pounds, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. It was the live stream where I kept wincing every time they said, "We're pretty sure he's faking his death." I don't know. I'd verified death before announcing the community, but that's just me. Yeah. It's always really hard, right? I totally understand from Seg's and Crow's perspective. If you're doing a live stream, right? If you're doing a live stream and you have a good old laugh, and it's happened in mine, and I try my best to be tidy about it. But if someone then comes in and says, "Oh, so and so's passed away," or "I'm feeling like this," you want to obviously assure these people, or talk to them and say, "Oh, very sorry," or whatever. But then in the live stream itself, it's sort of like, how can I say it? It's sort of doesn't bring the stream down, but then it takes over the stream. Because like they said in the live stream that that when they announced it in Crows when he was live, he obviously stopped because it was very upsetting for him. I don't know. It's like I said, I didn't know the guy, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's just when I was listening to that live stream the other day, Second Crow, I was like, oh god, I hope you're right. I hope you're right before going live with this stuff, because it's very sensitive stuff, like, you know. So I don't know. 3 sides to every story. I know, Raven. I know. Highlights another issue. There are people in several chats I go to that give compulsively. I mean, people give, and that's, you know, that's up to them. I've no problem with people giving. I think what Second Crow said, they were giving so much at the time that it also almost became awkward or something. I don't know. I like I said, what they said on the live stream, I hope for their sake they're correct. Yeah? Right, I don't know the ins and outs of it. And that's all I'll say, basically. Chris Yule, I promise to tell you all personally if I die. I hope so, Chris. I hope you come back to haunt me so I finally believe. Which gets us into the next segue. What a segue that was, eh? Which we'll get into now. I'm pissed because I was generally shocked and sad, and I've not had a great time lately. Pretty tough, and I didn't need to be depressed anymore. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. One of us has to haunt a debunker when we die. Oh, please. When someone passes, it takes longer than a few days to release the body and to register it, and you need certificates to have a funeral and release funds for the will. This all takes time. Yeah. I was already convinced before their announcement that that's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I don't know. It's a sad situation, whatever the truth is. If he has passed, sad. If not, very sad. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It was £1,000 a light. What? He donated £1,000? Bloody hell. Christ. Bloody hell. This behaviour seems to be more prevalent than we like to think, whomever it is. I hope they get the help they desperately need if they did lie. Yeah. You can't give more than £500 per day. Bloody hell. I'm wrong, miss. Oh, okay. No worries. It's 300 memberships. Bloody hell. Mythos said he was on live where they gave that much and it made him uncomfortable. Yeah, I can totally understand that, because it is uncomfortable when somebody like that gives a very large donation. I've never had that large myself, but I would absolutely be uncomfortable with it. I don't know. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong. It's nice to have that kind of thing, but at the same time you think, I don't know. It's weird. Dan's Second Crow searched for news of any accidents and there weren't any, and he was supposed to be airlifted. I did hear that part, and the part that bothers me about that part is like I said, they have more detail than I ever can. I hope for their sake they're right, and they probably are right, who knows. But the part with they search for news of any accidents, sometimes certain accidents don't get reported. They'll get reported to the police, obviously, but they don't become newsworthy. I don't know. I was just wincing a few times during the live stream. I was like, I hope you're right. I genuinely hope you're right. And like I said, they probably are, because they know more. But it just made me wince. I don't know. Sir Pomp, the two we think are the same guy. I don't know whether it's attention seeking, could maybe have something to do with money laundering or tax evasion. I don't know what the money laundering would be, though. If you donate $300, that's it. You've donated $300. So I don't know where the money laundering would come into that aspect of it. I'd say you have to experience the paranormal firsthand to believe. Clint, Michigan, welcome. Right, we're going to get into that now, because it's another thing which I have watched over the last couple of days. ABC News has it. The Guardian, never heard of them. Fox Carolina. The name is Dan. Oh right, no, Dan Rivera. No, that's Bucky. That's a different story altogether. That's, I believe, Nespa. Again, I don't know much about it. Apparently, that Dan Rivera, he passed away. He passed away, which is real, by the way. But people are trying to connect it to the fucking Annabelle doll, and I don't think you should be doing that myself. My opinion. I went through him when my mum passed away, and hers was an unexpected death. She had terminal cancer, and it still took 2 weeks to release her and register, and another 2 weeks for the funeral. Yeah, it would have made TV news on RTI with helicopter attendants. Then a passing the next day. I'm only going on my experience of my local news. I'm in Wales, South Wales, but my local news, because you'll hear through the grapevine this massive crash has happened, and then I think, oh, I'll have a look on the news now, and you don't see nothing. I'm only going on my experience with that. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to that stuff, Second Crow will know a hell of a lot more than I do, so refunds are also damn near impossible to get on YouTube. Yeah, I think you can get chargebacks on YouTube though. I've seen that in the past. Maybe they stopped that now, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Lionheart, welcome. Apologies if I missed people coming in. Right, on to the next subject I want to discuss. The Paranormal Files, Beardo and Seg. Now, the stuff with Beardo and Seg, that's down to them. I personally think you're allowed to collaborate with whoever you want. Beardo has his opinion. He's totally entitled to his opinions. Maybe he's having an off day, and maybe he's just genuinely angry. I have nothing against that, right? I've always said in videos I'd collaborate and listen with anyone. There's two people I wouldn't actually. There's two channels I would probably not collaborate with them because I just don't like them as people. But I said I'd collaborate with anyone. People I debunked, I don't care. It's never personal for me, you know. But Colin was the arsehole in that drama, no one else. Yeah. I have nothing against Colin from Paranormal Files. I have to remember the name. The only thing that I like I said, I didn't watch Colin's video because it's 4 hours. I switch off after 25 minutes. I cannot watch a 4-hour video of anything. I don't care what it is. I cannot watch 4 hours. 25 minutes, that's my maximum my brain can take when I'm watching something. Unless I'm really interested in it, right? But the only thing I took issue with the Colin stuff was the every time he said I thought it was funny, but at the same time you're like, come on now, Col. The only time it was not even an issue. I rolled my eyes a bit. It was when he was like debunking community, when he's inverting commas every time he mentioned debunk. I thought it was funny. But at the same time, I can understand how that would annoy people. But I think the biggest take from me, again, nothing to do with the drama. My biggest take from it was how Colin was, and I've heard this take a few times, right? How you say you have to go in with an incentive to believe in order to experience a paranormal event. Now I've done this many times, and the other issue being, if you're still here, by the way, I'm not a cynic. I know I've put in the title as a joke. I am not a cynic. A cynic is a different thing all completely. I'm an open skeptic, for those who don't know. I am not a cynic. A cynic is like Victor Bloody Meldrew. If you don't know who Victor Meldrew is, look him up. But I am definitely not a cynic. Because I did see Beardo saying, I think Dandalf is more of a cynic than Seg. I'm not a cynic. I'm absolutely not a cynic. I'm an open skeptic. I try to whittle down the bullshit on YouTube videos. I say that all the time. It's YouTube videos, right? Well, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. You have to go in with confirmation bias in mind. Lonely Goomba, exactly. And this is the issue I had with the entire... Nothing to do with the drama. That's the issue I had. Is basically saying you have to go in with a believer's mind in order to experience something. But, like Lonely Goomba just pointed out, that is just confirmation bias. Alright? Let me catch up with chat before I carry on from here. I wouldn't collab with Blaney Ben. I say hello to him. I'll tell you exactly the 2 people I wouldn't collab with on YouTube if you want me to. I'll happily say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll happily say it. Connie should fire his barber. Well, I got no hair, so I can't be jealous of that. You had to call out Chopper to neighbor after fall. I've missed stuff there, haven't I? News is covered first by local stations, and the story is big enough it's national news. If it was involving a helicopter, local news would have covered it. Yeah, maybe. I got timed out on a channel yesterday where I mod for defending Seg. Yeah, I don't know. It was never about the collab. No, that's what I'm saying. It was. I agree. It was never about the collab. It was about Colin said after the collab. Yeah, no, I totally understand that's what Beta was talking about, and I think it probably took out context, whatever. I don't know. Other people watched his videos, but it's created this whole thing now, right, where they think Seg and Beardo hate each other. I mean, maybe they do behind the scenes. Like I said, I'm out of the loop on a lot of things. I don't know. But why do so many people think you have to pick a side on believing or being skeptic? You really don't try being a 14. If you did the collab with Blaney, I'd quit. No, I wouldn't collab with them. No, but the 2 people, I'll tell you exactly the 2. Right? Like I said, like even Ghost Theory, I'd say hello to them. I'd have a good old chat with them. They probably wouldn't with me. I don't know. But the two channels I definitely would not collab with: Proven Demons, Really Haunted. Those are the 2 channels I would not, because I don't think they're good people myself. It's just my opinion. I generally don't think they're that good people, because just going on their lives and their lives and stuff like that. But they're the only 2 I probably really wouldn't go near myself. But I don't know. I get along with everyone. I get along with anyone. I'm an easygoing guy. I genuinely am. None of this is personal for me. I'm an easygoing person. I'll get along with anyone. I don't care what bloody walk of life you're from. I'll get along with you. I'm just that kind of person. You'd love to collab with Lee. Maybe, Clint. No, I wouldn't. I generally wouldn't. I can't even remember what my point was now. I can't remember what my point was. Oh, yeah, right. The thing with the Colin thing, that's, again, didn't annoy me. It's just, made me do that face. Really? That face? I know you're taking a piss, Clint. I know. But welcome other people to come in, by the way. I've missed you coming in. GM Creatures, I was going, more screen, welcome. But yeah, the thing where you say, if you don't go into a paranormal investigation with a believer's mindset, you're not going to experience anything. Now, my argument against, and I've had this said to me over the years many times, they look at my big bald head and they think, you're never going to experience anything because you don't believe. It's not that. I'm an open skeptic. And every time, and I genuinely mean this, every time I go in, I get invited along with for a paranormal investigation, I genuinely go with the mindset thinking, I am fingers crossed, pray that I see something or hear something or I experience something. I genuinely do go to those places like that. Obviously, I still go with my skeptical brain. Just I can't switch that off. But I genuinely go into every paranormal investigation when I'm invited along. I say, first of all, I say to the people who invite me, I say to them, look, because they always think, oh yeah, MrGrey's going to come along, he's going to take a piss of us. Not one bit. No, I'll have a laugh with you, obviously, but not one bit. I will take it seriously. I've always said that. I've taken it seriously. I always go with the mindset in the hopes that I experience something. And I've always said, if I ever did, I'd say it. I'd say, right, I fully believe. I said this every single time. But what Colin was sort of saying was, Like, you have to have the believer's mindset. I think, like Lonely Goomba said earlier, if you have a confirmation bias, of course you're going to treat that knock, that gust of wind, that door blowing in the wind, you're going to treat that as paranormal. And I've seen this happen in investigations way too many times. You cherry pick, you use the spirit box, you use the whatever the hell the app's called, I don't know. And they'll say ritual, demon, cross, and they will create a story out of that because they confirm in their own bias. That's the only issue I had with that myself. Again, it wasn't an issue, it's just an opinion, you know. But yeah. That's all I gotta say about that, really. But the drama stuff is nothing to do with me. I think you can collab with anyone you want, but at the same time, I'm pretty certain that's not what Beardo was getting annoyed at. Well, I don't know. Like I said, maybe Beardo was on a bad day. I don't know. But yeah, I do think it's been blown out of massive proportions. By the way, I've been waffling for ages now, and I haven't even checked if my mic is on. How many times do we hear people say, "I didn't believe until something happened"? Well, this is nothing, Kathy Lee, right? This is what again goes with my opinion of like the mindset. Can't Gingy, don't lie to me. If ghosts exist, if there's a ghost out there, right, and you see a group of people or one person or two people, whatever, come into the place and say, "I am trying to contact you." Now, right, we'll get into some stuff, right? Now, if I was a ghost, there was a non-believer and there was a full-blown believer. If I was a ghost, I would do my bloody damnedest to make that non-believer believe that I exist. Because I'm pretty sure if ghosts are out there, fingers crossed they are, I'm pretty sure if ghosts are out there, they still think with a human brain. So myself, one day maybe I'll become a ghost, who knows? Fingers crossed. If I'm there and I see a skeptic and a believer, I am fucking with that skeptic massively. Pardon my language. I'm going to be messing with that skeptic. I'm going to do everything in my bloody corporeal power. It's not a word. I'm going to do everything in my power to make that skeptic believe I exist. So to say that you have to believe in order to experience, I think that's the opposite. I genuinely think that's the opposite. And if you go in 100% think, right, everything is real, you're going to confirm your own bias. That's just my opinion. You're going to haunt Kenny Biddle. Look, no offense to Kenny Biddle, he's slightly older than me. I hope he goes before me. Kenny, I hope you live a long, fantastic life. But yes, if I was to go, I don't know how it works, but yeah, if I could choose, I would 100% haunt Kenny Biddle. 100%. Non-corporeal is what I meant, Ginger. Yes, thank you very much. Anita Drake, welcome. I can't remember what my point was. If the activity is legit, it won't matter what you believe. It just doesn't happen at the drop of the hat. Yeah. Surely a debunker being on a channel, even if fake, has some value. If they are fake, they can't really fake with seg there. Well, again, I do have a comment on that. Cheap rhymes. How crazy is it? The fact that trillions of dollars have been made in the paranormal, but not one ghost has ever really been caught. That's just what I agree. Cheap rhymes. I love that name, by the way. What was I going to say? They can't really fake with seg there. Now, I have been invited to quite a few paranormal investigations. You've seen some on my channel, but I've also done them off my channel. And if I've seen a video before I've gone along with them, like they'll pick up knocks, they'll hear scratches, or they'll whatever, and they'll follow a story or a narrative. Sorry, and this means this. Or this could be Frank the ghost or whatever. I'm just making stuff up now. But when I've gone along with the same people, nothing's happened. Now, is that Now that's not because they used to fake something until I went along. That's not that. But I truly believe this. I think that if I wasn't there, and this is anyone who's skeptical, by the way, not just me, I'm just using myself as an example. If I hadn't gone along on that particular investigation where nothing happened, if I wasn't there, they would have picked up on knocks, bangs, creaks, and they would have attached that to something paranormal. Because there's nobody to rein them in. You know what I mean? Do you know what a Requiem? Gay balls, welcome. How's it going? Do you know what I mean, Mrs. Clam Slammer? That's my perspective on the thing. I can't remember what now. You know what I mean? Right, sorry, I got to catch up on chat. If the living don't jump on command or feel they have to prove themselves, why should ghosts? So, Pomp, another thing I'm going to get into now, actually. You have to believe means shut your brain off and just have fun. You're spoiling it for the rest of us. Again, I don't like spoiling it for the rest of people. I genuinely don't. I've had some people say, oh, you're spoiling it for us. I genuinely don't want to spoil things for people if they enjoy that stuff. Because I enjoy that stuff. But at the same time, you can't just have your brain be a sponge and believe everything. You have to question stuff. You have to question stuff. Queen for JJ, nice. You can haunt me with a JJ. I think you're talking somewhere else, Sir Pomp. Excuse me. I don't think I can put my name on you. I'm missing stuff again. Clown Slammer. It's a classic case of moving the goalpost amongst fervent believers. The old adage of extraordinary claims requires extraordinary evidence. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in science. If you expect a specific outcome, you will do everything to get that result you were expecting and ignore everything else. That is not scientific. No, Sammy, I know what you're saying, but basically, when it comes to the scientific part of it, you'll create an experiment. All right, this happened in this experiment. All right, I'm going to do it again. That happened. I'm going to do it again. And you do the same experiment, the same thing keeps happening. And that's the scientific discovery of things. It's slightly different with science, you know. I do understand what you're saying. But I am not a cynic, like some people keep saying. Steve, welcome. Like Shane and Ryan. Ryan is so believing Shane offsets it. Yeah, I think you genuinely need the opposites. So if you're in the group, whatever, or if you're just two people, I think you genuinely need opposites. If you're both a skeptic or you're both a believer, you're gonna obviously have a bias. You're gonna have a bias, you know. So I do think you need opposites. My sister's house is so noisy late at night. You think there were troops of people walking around? It's just a HVAC system would cause ghost hunters. Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's difference between people looking for truth and people looking for entertainment. Moss Green, I absolutely agree. And I've said this many times before. I think I'm not saying every channel on YouTube, but paranormal channel I'm talking about. But I think there's a lot of paranormal channels, investigators. I'm doing the inverted commas like Colin. I do apologize. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. I do think a lot of paranormal channels on YouTube are in it for the entertainment more than the actual paranormal side of it. Myself, I'm not talking about fakers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who genuinely, really go out there. Because you know, I've said in the past, are you doing it for the entertainment or are you doing it for the investigation? I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. It's weird. For me, science is absolutely fun. I'm the Vagville from Vagville, Tennessee. You forget. I'm hoping for another Beardo, MrGrey, Mythos, and Side-Eye collab. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows these days? But maybe I'm up for it. Double K, welcome. What is your opinion on the rumor that a Conjuring house has been sold? I've literally just only heard the rumor. I have no idea if it's true. What did I see? I can't remember where I saw that rumor, but I did see the rumor the other day. Yeah. I mean, I I think the only people who would buy the Conjuring house are going to be big paranormal YouTubers who have the money to do it. That's what I think. But then it's just going to become an entertainment house again. That's my opinion. That's what I think will happen. I mean, that's what I think it is now, to be honest with you. But I do think that the only people who, if the rumor is true, I think they're probably big paranormal YouTubers who have the money from the YouTubing game. CRL guy right then, it's just going to be a content house. That's exactly what it's going to be. Like, say for example, what's his name? Sam Colby. Say they bought a school a year ago now. I think it's a school or hospital. I can't remember. And it's just turned into, obviously, massive amount of content for them. And I think whoever buys the Conjuring house, it has a big name attached to it because of the films. And it is because of the films. Whoever buys that is going to have massive amounts of content. And that's just it, in my opinion. I know of one single channel on YouTube who actually does something that's beyond entertainment. Even the Ouija Brothers, even Ghost on Trent, they just quiet their entertainment, and that's fine. Yeah. I have no problem with people making YouTube videos about the paranormal investigations. I have no problem against it. But I do think some people treat it as more of an entertainment aspect other than an actual scientific-based investigation, in my opinion. You know. I'm waiting for the day ghosts become a bit more creative. Right, this adds to the other. Someone mentioned it, and I was going to say something. The thing I don't like, and I have been guilty of this because I've gone along with people myself, but the thing I don't like about paranormal investigations. Now, if I was a ghost, right, and a group of people came into my Hizu house, for those who don't talk straight. If someone came into my house where I died and I was a ghost and they started saying, "Can you knock something please?" I'd be like, "Hey, I'm not a performing monkey. I'm not some 5-year-old kid. I'm an adult. If you want," because this is what I've done on paranormal investigations. I've got to the place and I said, "Look, I just want a conversation with you," because this is when I call out. "I just want a conversation with you. Just let me know you're here." I think when people say, "Can you make this knock? Can you move this door?" It's like, treat them like an adult, not a kid. Again, that's just my opinion, and that's what I notice sometimes. And again, I have fallen into that trap where I've said, "Can you please make this knock?" I'm like, no, have a conversation with me. You know? I've got a lot of opinions today. I don't know what's going on with me today. I think it's because I'm hungry. I don't know. But yeah, that's just my opinion. If I was a ghost, I'd want people to treat me like an adult who wants a conversation, not like someone, "Can you tap this wall, please?" That's what I've always found weird with paranormal investigations myself. The Superman film is shit. I haven't seen it yet, but no spoilers. I'm looking forward to it. And charge for others to make CRL and charge for others to make content. Yes, this is another thing I don't like about when people have like the 30s Drive bill. I've been to 30s Drive. I see videos about it all the time. I actually hate hearing about 30s Drive now because I think it's an overblown piece of fucking money pit myself. My opinion again, right? I don't like hearing about 30s Drive anymore. Whatever. But again, I understand there's overheads. If you own a supposedly haunted house or haunted school, haunted hospital, I've been to places like that. They're brilliant. I love going to places like that. I love hearing about the history of places like that. I love that stuff. This is why I used to do abandoned exploration. I never went to houses, but I'd go to like old factories, old whatever. I love the history. I love history. I'm a history guy. But I'm full of opinions today, people. I apologize. But if I wanted to prove to people that ghosts exist, right? I've said this before. If I wanted to prove to people that ghosts exist, and I lived in a haunted house or owned a house which I believe to be haunted, obviously I'd have to pay the overheads, right? So maybe I'd have to charge a little, like 20 quid a night, whatever. But if you're charging £400 a night or $1,200 for the Conjuring house, you're not in it for the paranormal, you're in it purely for the money. And that's what I don't like. That's the part I disagree with. If you want to prove ghosts exist, make it free for people. Earn your money in some way. Like I said, you have overheads, I understand. But I don't understand how you can be charging like $1,000 or $1,200. I made a video about this like a year ago. I don't understand how you can charge $1,000 if you. Oh, look, I'm here to prove ghosts exist. You have to pay me first. Otherwise, you don't get it. That's the part I don't like. You know, that's the part of the impact. The video I called a year ago. I think I called it, or someone in the comments recommended I call it like paranormal tourism, or I can't remember what I called it. I made the video a while back, and I listed of all the most famous haunted places around the world how much it costs for a night or like a weekend, and I listed every single one. I think the Conjuring house was the most expensive at, I believe, $1,200 to $1,400 to stay there for a paranormal experience, which is ridiculous. If I want to show you that ghosts exist, it'd be for free, because why wouldn't I? You don't have scientists come out like, I'm going to prove this black hole exists. You don't have them saying, I'm going to prove a black hole exists, but you have to pay me first. You don't have that. That only happens in the paranormal. Again, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm going to catch up a chat because I have been waffling for ages. Sorry. It's overnight buying whatever house it is. Some have said the basement walls look more like the Sally House basement. Overnight. That's a channel, I believe. I'm not up on them. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Imagine 24-hour streams of collabs, the time to actually put together produced fakery. It'd be a gold mine. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I hope whoever buys the Conjuring house closes it to investigators and just respects the house as a historic location. That's the thing. The Conjuring house is an historic location. Not to do with the paranormal, because it's from I believe, the War of Independence, I think it is. Or the Revolution. I can't remember now. It's like it's old. It's old. So that part I like about it, but the rest of it, fuck that shit. No gadgets, pen, paper, and camera, and common sense. Almost like paranormal investigations are based around the noises that houses make, not noises that form a human should be. Exactly, agony ghost. Exactly what I was getting at. If I'm a ghost, I want you to talk to me like I'm an adult. I don't want to be a bloody trickster, making noises out in the other room to make you run. I want you to talk to me if I'm a ghost. I'm lonely, goddammit. So many things. Oh, sorry. I think the warm weather is making the debunking community a bit mad. Oh, I agree. Mike Larry, what's up? That's alright. I think it's interesting to consider what a ghost might be experiencing or thinking, if they exist. Exactly. Seeing the pushchair fall down the stairs live on Ouija Brothers was fun. It was. I'd be grabbing stuff and throwing it at them and pissing myself laughing at them. They just run for cover. Yeah. Or people who run away from stuff. That very much annoys me. If you got... No, I'm going to say it. I said it before. If you're a paranormal investigator, something happens and you run away, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're not a paranormal investigator. I'm so opinionated today. Small donation for charity, crack on. Yeah, I agree with that. Wonder what the Winchester house price is. Let's have a look. I might have included that in the video, I can't remember, but let's have a look, shall we? Again, I'd love to go to that place. I'm not paying their prices. The Winchester House. Oh God. Let's have a look what that price is, shall we? Do they have a website? I assume they do. Winchester House, US National Park. Oh, the Mystery House. There you go. Hang on. I will get back to you now, 1 second. I'm trying to find out. I can only find the history. I don't know. I want to pay for it, damn it. Price. I can't find it. If somebody knows, let me know. Oh, Jen. There you go. Jen has posted a Discord if you want to discuss more. Have fun. Behave, man, because Jen will slap you down. She will. Absolutely will. So I'll pin it above the chat. I'm going to guess the Winchester House is very expensive. That's what I'm going to guess. Paranormal tourism wasn't... Oh, wait, sorry. That's the term I like the most for what goes on. Paranormal tourism wasn't Ghost Adventures, literally on the Travel Channel. Couldn't be more blatant, yeah. Michelin Guide equivalent, exactly. I have deep reservations regarding the Ouija Brothers' authenticity, but I feel that's an unpopular opinion amongst the debunking community. I love you, never sat right with me when it's so clearly recorded. I've never seen them faking anything myself, but you are, Kitvar, you are totally within your rights to have that opinion. I love you, trust me. I have dove, if that's the word, so deep into that. It's 100%, 100%. And I've said this to the Ouija Brothers. I've said it. I never made a full-blown video about it, but I said it in lies. The I love you sound is 100% a repeated electronic sound effect. Again, not saying the Ouija Brothers added that themselves, but that was it a care home? Somebody could have gone along and just hidden stuff there. Gingy, exactly. They found the clip. We found the clip. I didn't find it originally. I can't remember who found it originally. I wish I remembered their name now. But yeah, the clip of the I love you was 100% found on the sound effect website. 100%. Now, do I 100% know that the Ouija Brothers didn't add that in? No, of course I don't. I'll never know that because that's down to their end. But I trust that they don't. I do genuinely trust that they didn't add that in. I could be wrong on that, and this is not being biased. I've been along with them on an investigation. I got on great with them. I've spoken to them a few times offline, but I'm not like massively friendly with them like other people. So I had nothing invested in that, right? But I do believe they didn't add that in myself. But Kitvar, you are well within your rights to think. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. I think all the bullshit coming out of my mouth is starting to take a toll. But anyone is well within your rights to question the channel. You are well within your rights, and don't let people slap you down for that. You are well within your rights to have an opinion, and if you have an opinion, I will never slap you down for having a differing opinion to other people. If you're an arsehole about it, yeah, I'll say, look, chill, calm your tits. But anyone who has a different opinion, I'll never slap you down for that. Where was I? I can't remember where I was. Brad, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with chat now. Hot takes with MrGrey. Are they hot takes? Or just damn bloody facts, Gingy? If I could only go to the one location, Sierra, the Winchester House would be win hands down. The place I'd love to go to, and the name escapes me now, is that old asylum in America. It's famous as shit. Everyone goes there. Rolling Hills, the Rolling Hills Asylum, is that what it's called? I'd love to go there. I love big old abandoned buildings like that. But anyway. Question 147 from Requiem. Who's your favourite, Ant or Deck? Are they different people? I thought they were both the same person, myself. Who's the one with the forehead? I relate to him. I'm far behind chat now. Sorry. I don't know how Ouija boards can be considered fake when they don't ever get exactly. They never get activity. Not to be rude to them, but they're not the best fakers. Exactly. We're all going to know if ghosts are real eventually, but I don't think the universe will allow the living to know for certain. You know the truth when you pass symbols. Exactly. Griff's chest being pressed down when sleeping was just his hand sliding down his chest. I've looked at that a few times. I do think it's not like when you jolt yourself. It's sometimes you wake yourself up by jolting. Your body has like a spasm. To me, that's what it looks like. Right? I don't know. I love Ozzy Osbourne take on Bigfoot, a man in a monkey suit. Yeah. It was Stiff's phone debunked Paranormal, narrowed the source down to a device, i.e. on the phone. Steve and Griff wouldn't do it, so that leaves Stiff pranking. I actually, because Griff in that I Love You video was playing a video game. Took me ages to find out which video game it is, but I found out finally. And I downloaded that game and I had it on. I hate mobile phone games, right? But I had it on my phone for well over a week. I was just playing the game to try and see if that sound was from there, but it wasn't. I mean, that Stiff guy, I've only ever seen him once or twice in a video. Apparently he's a massive skeptic, so I don't know. I don't know that Stiff guy enough to say whether he would or wouldn't prank them, if you know what I mean. It's possible. It's absolutely possible that he was pranking them, and then they put the video out and they got massive traction, and maybe he thought, shit, I better not tell Steve now that I was pranking him. It's highly possible, but again, I don't know that Stiff guy well enough to say he did or didn't. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with chat. I have a lot of opinions tonight. What's going on? I think it's because I'm hungry. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. The Conjuring House public records indicate the house has not recently been sold. Last sold date was 2022 for 1.5 million. There you go then. It's just a rumor. Waverly Hills, BJ, thank you. Yes, Waverly Hills. That's a place I would love to go to. Paranormal or not, I just love the history of, and I love big open, like liminal space buildings like Waverly Hills. I'd love to go there. Absolutely love to go there. One day when I'm in my 80s, when that pension payment finally comes through, then I'll go there. 1.5 million for the Conjuring House, clearly sold as a business. I mean, it does have a history attached to it which isn't paranormal. Again, 1.5 million is a hell of a lot of money. For me it is, Terry Echoes, welcome. Ghosts are real, but they exist only in our minds. Any memory that haunts us, the longing for a lost loved one. Possible. Records say it was built in 1836. I thought it was 1700s. The Conjuring House, I assume I'm pretty sure. It's not called the Conjuring House. It's called, what's the real name for it? I can't remember what it's called now. It's obviously not called the Conjuring House, but the real name. What's it called? Real name. The hell's the real name of it? Somebody knows. The Arnold Estate. Thank you, Gingy. The Arnold. I'm pretty sure it is from the late 1700s. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Farmhouse. It's a farmhouse. The problem is, right, that a lot of the stuff you look at is on the Conjuring House website. Obviously, it has a lot of bias on it. But I'm pretty sure I actually did look into the actual genuine stuff of it, and I can't remember. Age. One sec, I will look at chat now. See, you click on any link, it goes to a bloody paranormal site. That's the problem. I can't find it at the moment. I'll look another time. I don't like going silent and searching too long on a live stream. Have you seen Bigfoot? Ghost Wiener, welcome. Have you seen Bigfoot vlogs, and do you believe that they... No, I haven't. I got in trouble very much so for doing Bigfoot stuff a while back, as you know. And it sort of put me off it. But no, I don't believe the Patterson Gimli video is real at all. But just my opinion, people. But no, I have not seen... Oh, you mean... Sorry, Ghost Wiener, I know what you're talking about. You mean the vlogs. Yes. I thought you were on about the real thing then, Ghost Wiener. Bigfoot vlogs. It's amazing. It is amazing. We just go have a look at one for a sec.
Alright, boys. Today, I'm going to be trying Ozempic. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yo, boys. What the actual fuck? What did I do? I look like a malnourished Chewbacca. I had one motherfucking burrito. Chipotle must have laced this bitch with laxatives because I'm about to start World War III with this nuclear bomb of a shit. I thought it was a leaf.
It's crazy.
My ass with poison ivy. My ass feels like a victim of a Diddy party. Send help. It's been 7 hours. I thought the cold water would help, but some fish decided to start feeding on my asshole like a buffet. Wish me luck, guys.
Chat, today we're on O-Block.
The thing is...
These nice gentlemen said they're going to Swiss cheese me. I think that means food.
It looks so bloody good.
Chat. Swiss cheese did not mean food.
I mean, I'm talking about lighting
I
and
thought they meant a sandwich,
stuff
not
like that.
fucking
It
bullet.
looks so bloody good.
Holy shit, guys. We finally made it to Hooters and there's big milkers everywhere. My wife...
Big milkers, right. It's so good, honestly. It's so bloody good. I said like a year ago, because I always mention AI and people keep asking me about AI. My opinions on AI. Do you think AI is going to ruin the paranormal? I've always said no. AI is not there yet. It's not good enough. It's almost there now. It's almost there now. I'm telling you. Obviously, you still tell. But those I've seen a few of those vlogs. They're so well done. It's actually scary how well done they are. It's all AI stuff. It's crazy. Anyway. Alright, I can't remember what I was talking about now. Sir Pomp, thanks for stopping by. Speaking of big feet, did you see the size of the sandal they found on a Roman site? I think I briefly read about it. I didn't look too much into it though. Have you looked into Beardo's coverage of the South Wales UFO? No, I haven't. I know he's talking about Penturk. I know he was. But no, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't had a chance. If you have any time to go, I can send you a donation of money. Go to... Brad, I appreciate it, but no, don't do that. I very much appreciate it, but don't send me... That was my door moving in. I mean, I do have it open. It's windy, but, you know. But no, Brad, I appreciate it. One day I'll go. One day. One criticism, he looks more like a gorilla than... Yeah. I mean, in the sense that we know what a bloody Bigfoot looks like. We don't. But yeah, I see what you mean. Is Pepper back? No, Lisa D. She's home, but she's staying in my auntie's at the moment. I'm still looking after Pepper. Because because my mother still got a long way to go and she's having to use help to walk. We gotta clear the walkways. That's what I'm doing in her house now. I'm clearing all the walkways, decluttering her entire house. And but no, so I'm still there looking after Pepper, which I'll be going down later on. So, but hopefully soon I'll be back. I'll be able to live in my own house. It's been 2.5 months since I lived in my own house. I can't wait. I can't bloody wait. Oh god, I can't wait. I'll be able to get back to normal, have my life back. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I did it for a good thing, but still, I'm looking forward to living in my own house. They did 100 episodes of Finding Bigfoot and they never found it. Yeah. Have you seen the AI Street interviews? A lot of them look real. Mike, I've seen a few, and yeah, I totally agree. The AI, right, is... I've said this before. I'm a fan of AI. I hate AI. I'm 50-50 on certain things. Like, when it comes to, like, medical advances, I'm all for it. Other things I don't think it should be used in, but people do use it. But only up until, I'd say, 6 months ago. Mama Geek, welcome, by the way. I'd say 6 months ago, I was in the camp that AI is no good. It's not... I'm talking about videos now. I'm talking about AI videos, right? I was in the camp that AI videos, they're shit. You can spot them a mile away. But I generally think there's been a few videos out there which, again, if you look closely, you can see it. But there's some AI videos come out now in the last 6 months. Actually, 4 months. Where, again, I can see it. But I can also see a lot of people thinking, shit, I can't believe that's real. Will Smith is getting good at eating spaghetti. Exactly, Agony Goose. AI video at least, is sort of really getting really bloody good. Scarily good, if you ask me. And I do believe it's going to become a problem very soon. For video, at least, anyway. They did Penturk on Craig Charles UFO conspiracies. The lady who was meant to be the skeptic and objectively challenged the claims was so obviously a believer in UFOs. I haven't seen that. I'll have to look it up. I have seen Harry and the Hendersons too. Yes, 100% real. Emma B, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up now. Joanne, welcome. She seems so sincere. She should never be used as evidence for paranormal activities. Yet that was Craig Charles' show in a nutshell. I didn't watch that show. I'll have to try and watch it. Rain won't go away. Well, welcome. It's good to see you starting back to normal life again. I'm not quite there yet, Rain, but very soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. 90% of AI content is slop. I totally agree. And I do think it's melting people's brains. You look at shorts. I'm not on TikTok, but obviously I bloody see TikTok shit on YouTube. Obviously you got AI stuff. And people are having fun with it. And I think it's funny. But then a lot of it is what the kids these days, not even the kids call it actually, the people with brains, call brain rot. They'll put a video of something. I'm talking about like a short now. Obviously, a short is not 16:9. It is, what is it? It's 4:10. I think it is. Ratio aspect, right? So you'll have the top part of the video showing a supposed hack, which isn't a life hack, by the way. It's at the bullshit. And then the bottom half of the video, they'll have a random like video game playing. And then in the middle of the video, they'll have text pop up, which the AI voice, the AI text filter always gets wrong. So you got three things playing in that short, and like, what do you look at? It's absolute brain rot. It's absolute brain rot, and I think it's melting people's bloody brains. Maybe I'm sounding like an old person when I say that, but I do believe that a lot of shit these days is melting people's brains. Where it's not going to be long now where a vast amount of the population is not going to be able to, like, I'm going to say it, earn money working in a day job because they're too fucking dumb. Pardon my language. I do think that's coming. I can see it now. But I do think eventually it's going to become a point where there's a lot of part of the human race won't be able to do everyday things. They won't be able to figure that out. Like I said, maybe I'm just sound like an old person when I say that, but that's just my opinion. It's not just AI, it's the shorts. Yeah, Mr. Prism, I agree. It's the shorts itself. Some of them I do genuinely sometimes get stuck in shorts. Basically, usually stuff I'm interested in. But some pop up on I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. It's just mess. And it's not even mess you can figure out. It's just visual, auditory mess. I'm just being boomer now, aren't I? Have you ever seen Merv the Talking Cat? No, I haven't. But I'm going to look him up right now. I've seen talking cats before. Not AI, but actual talking cats. Merv the Talking Cat. I think I have. I might have.
Merv, are you summoning the Great Bagagwa? Merv, where are you? Oh, Merv. No.
Come on, Merv, say something.
Keep going. Keep going. He's there. Merv, who have you summoned? Merv, are you summoning the... Merv, can you hold your own...
Joe, let's scroll through shorts, right? I've just clicked on Merv the Cat, right? Let's see what comes up.
Merv, just...
Let's see if any... Is it just going to be Merv in there?
Old games with absurdly realistic details.
See,
some
right.
older titles still
We're gonna
outshine
get into
modern
some
releases
shit.
when it comes to tiny touches. In Splinter Cell, shooting an aquarium.
Now, this is another part I don't like about... I don't like the text in the middle for a start, right? It's the AI voice. Again, they get a lot of information wrong.
Makes the water pour out, but only...
Beautiful dress you're wearing.
Thanks
What
so
is that
much.
made of?
It's made of glass.
Parrots and parakeets, I love them. I could watch them all day. Again, can you hear the music playing? That's the same music they play on every single bloody comedy short.
He with his bayonet at the ready, and I with my bayonet at the ready. For a moment, I felt the fear.
That text in the middle of the short, it just annoys the shit out of me.
I realized that he was...
3, 2, 1.
Always love a bit of Halo, let's be honest.
What are you doing on it? That's our specialty.
I couldn't help but notice that if my snow cave collapsed on me in the middle of the night...
That's actually quite funny.
A bunch of spikes on an M67.
I'm just trying to find...
Today, I'm
like this. The rap music, which is massively slowed down. I just hate trends. Let's be honest. But anyway, sorry, I was getting carried away. Is this Long Johnson? I don't know what that is. Doug in the Business Cast is the best channel. I don't know what that is. Have you seen the hilarious Boogosphere fiasco of the UFO community? It's like watching it. Yes, I have. I haven't looked deep into it. I've looked at it. It looks completely man-made within the last year to me. But I haven't looked deep into it. I have no idea why people in the UFO community are latching onto it myself. Have you the Cockatoo Max? What? What's the algorithm? Trust me, CRL algorithm means nothing. Because I assure you, I do not look at Lego.
Today, I'm going to be telling you how to...
Okay, that's Outer Wilds. I absolutely do look at that. That's different. The Lore Explorer, I actually like that channel.
You need some help? Okay.
I don't watch stuff like this. I definitely don't watch stuff like that. Oh yeah, she's someone in the community, which I haven't watched yet, but obviously she's popping up. I don't watch that. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, I watch them all the time. That's the difference.
Bro tried to hug her, and this happened.
Don't watch that, and probably
You are not going
obviously
back
funny
outside.
dogs I watch.
No, you're not.
Shark dog, I know that dog. He's a shark dog.
Brisket, I got a question for you. Brisket, do you want to go to Dunkin' Donuts?
I love Brisket. Look at him.
Buddy, what are you doing? Daddy's on his computer.
Steals the towel. I love this dog. Look at him.
No.
He knows what he's gonna do. Gone. Really. But no, the algorithm. Sometimes it gives me stuff I like. Other times I don't know what the hell is feeding me. I genuinely don't know what the hell is feeding me. But obviously, dogs are gonna show up in my feed. TikTok, how to lose brain cells. Absolutely. You don't know Ooh Long Johnson cat? No, I don't. We'll have to look him up now. Is a cat from back in the day. It sounds like he's saying Ooh Long John. Okay, let's have a look him up then. Ooh Long Johnson. I know Billy the cat. Ooh Long Johnson cat. Alright. So look. Oh, him. I know who he is. 12 years old. Bloody hell. Get out. The thing is, fuck, it's terrifying. When a cat makes that noise, stand back. Do not go near. When his pupils are massive and he's making that noise, don't go near him. He's gonna claw your fucking eyes out. But yeah, I do know that cat. To be fair, the kids I know don't watch crap like that. They watch content related to their interests or gaming. Yeah. Old man MrGrey having a whinge. I like a good whinge, Ginger. I like a good whinge, you know me. You had a dream about Winston Churchill. Was he winning? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Imagine if paranormal investigators hear that cat. If I have heard cats like that outside my window in my old house, it would terrify me. If you were just waking up from a dream or like half asleep and you hear that, you think the demons are coming for you. Honestly, that sound is insane. That's what you see before you die. Oh, excuse me, I got hiccups all of a sudden. Where am I going? Oh, bloody hell. Speaking of getting text wrong, I'm involved in the deaf community and I have a habit of turning on CC all the time. It's bad. When people are screaming, the CC says it's an applause. There's a channel I really enjoy watching. In fact, I recently watched a video of hers, Simba Lily. I've shouted her out a few times. She's just the gaming channel. She's playing a video game because I like watching that, because she's chill. I like watching people play chill video games. And she said something in the video. I can't remember exactly what she said, but the CC said molesting. And like, that's not what she said. Come on here, YouTube. That is wrong, YouTube. So yes, CC, although obviously it helps for a lot of things, it gets a lot of shit wrong. And it's a bit of a problem. People have said in my videos, because of my bloody accent, they put the CC on for my videos sometimes, and the amount of stuff I say, which obviously the CC is saying I'm saying something different. It's quite worrying, if you ask me. There are some things that get such a visceral laugh from me. The cat is one. Yeah. The cat is you when you get to 90. What do you mean? Churchill was wearing a hoodie. Well, if he was around today, even if he was in his 80s, he'd still be wearing a hoodie. Carl Voney should check out the Ruby the Swear. Oh, I'm fully aware who Ruby the African Grey Parrot is. Swearing. Parrots and parakeets, I watch them all the time. I think they're brilliant. Spookfest, welcome. Everything is fake and nothing exists. There was other subjects I was going to talk about today, but we got sidetracked and I can't remember what they were. What was that? It was one more thing other than the stuff we discussed in the beginning. I can't remember what they were. Oh shit. Oh no, I thought I clicked end stream by accident then. Skinny Bob, thank you, Haiti. Yes, Skinny Bob. Right, is anyone? I'm not going to go for much longer because I'm actually going to make a video about Skinny Bob, but I thought we'll discuss for a bit. Burritos, all the clock. I am starving. Skinny Bob, right? Has everyone heard of Skinny Bob? In the old days of Big Brother live feeds, they tried automated subtitles and the results were often hilarious. There's a lion in the garden. In the garden there's a lion. So many people ask, what does Dan say at the beginning? Yeah, a lot of people ask me that. Oh, I see in the comments, what's Dan saying in the beginning? It's Dandalf the Grey. That's what I'm saying. Did I miss Skinny Bob? Is he on Ozempic? I know what Skinny Knob is. Never heard of Skinny Bob. Is he a shortish, tall, heavy-set, thin guy? Heard about him on a metaphysical channel. If Skinny Bob was an Italian mobster, he'd be a big boy. Right. This is Skinny Bob from a channel who hasn't uploaded for 14 years called Ivan0135. I was going to make a video about this, but I thought we'd discuss it first. Right. This is Skinny Bob. And let me know, I have my massive opinion on it, but you let me know your opinions just when watching it. I'll let it play. Due to the importance of these documents, maintain the anonymity of the sources. This video contains a sample edited fragments of videotape 05. Apparently this is from the 40s, right? Which we'll get into. That's Skinny Bob. So apparently this is an interview of the Russian military of a downed UFO, and they found an alien, grey alien, alive. Stu, it's not AI. We'll get into that now. At least I am in the camp that it's not AI. I don't know what this is supposed to be, man. I don't know what that is. Oh shit, sorry. I accidentally clicked on Corridor Digital, which was actually going to be part of my video for fun, but anyway, so Skinny Bob, right? At the bollocks, yeah. So Skinny Bob, let's go back. Like I said, I was going to make a deep dive of this. I still will, actually. But if you look at it, right? Now, people are saying it's a puppet. It's not a puppet, for a start. The way it blinks, to me, looks like a rigged 3D character. It looks completely rigged to me. I'll explain what I mean by rigged, by the way. I'm not saying panel bingo bollocks rigged. It absolutely looks like a rigged character. Now, the reason I don't think it's AI is, for a start, this was uploaded 14 years ago. AI just couldn't do that 14 years ago. It couldn't do it. Brian Connolly is a puppet. I've heard people say it's a puppet. I don't think it's a puppet myself. I do think it's a rigged 3D character model. CGI, no way to it. Yeah. Basically, what I mean by rigged, like I said, in fact, around about the time this video came out, I was looking to get into the video game industry, and I studied for 5 years to 3D animation, character modeling, rigging, environmental artist. That's what I was trying to do. I did the 5 years, and then I broke up with who I thought was going to spend the rest of my life with, and I lost interest in it. That's a different story which I've told. But anyway, so to me, that 100% looks like a rigged character. And what I mean by a rigged character is if you're creating, say, for a video game or a 3D animation, movie, whatever, you have to create a 3D model of a character. Say now, right, I'm a 3D model, right? the film artifacting was over. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was another thing I was going to get to. I'm a 3D model, right? So you have to 3D create my, using UV mapping, my head, my arms, my torso, right? You can create that in 3D, no problem. But then if you wanted to animate me, you'd have to create a skeleton, a 3D skeleton, which again you would create using various methods like Maya, 3ds Max, and Blender. Obviously Blender is a free version, but when I was doing it I was using Maya and 3ds Max. Excuse me. But then when you create the skeleton, you have to rig it. You have to rig it so my arms can, turn on its joints and go like that. So if you want to 3D animate me, I'm explaining it in the most basic terms now. 3D rigged, 3D skeleton inside exactly agony goes. If you wanted to 3D animate me, you'd have to rig my skeleton in 3D. I'm talking about. In order for my joints to move, you'd have to rig your eyelids. If you wanted to go into that detail. That's why I can see that is a rigged 3D model straight away. Now, like I said, it was 14 years ago. Rigging is why your character moves in video. Exactly. Yeah, you can build a 3D character, no problem. But if you want it to move, you have to rig the skeleton. Frail Goth Girl, welcome. So this is why I know. I mean, I'm not 100%, but to me it looks like a 3D rigged. 3D. Sorry, I'm mincing my words. A rigged 3D character model. And another thing I've noticed about it, and like I said, I was going to make a video about it. I'm sort of going into the details now. This video is supposedly from the I did look into it a few weeks back. It's supposedly from the 1940s, right? Now, first of all, it's running at 60 frames. I'm not saying you couldn't get 60 frames in the 1940s, but military footage back then wasn't going to run at 60 frames per second or even higher. But the frame rate of the eyelids are running differently to the rest of the footage. Right? See the way the eyelids move? Smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Right? So what I think is happening, it's a 3D character model rigged, obviously, for animation. It's really good. I'm not discounting the quality of the 3D, by the way. It's really bloody good for 14 years ago even. But because I saw, when I was looking into this a while back, I saw some people saying, there's no way you can create this in 3D 14 years ago. It was unheard of. The people saying that, I'm going to fucking clue what they're talking about. They have not got a clue what they're talking about. You could absolutely create something like that from your home, by the way, not a bloody movie studio. You could absolutely create something like that 14 years ago in your bedroom. You could absolutely do that, right? But obviously when they created that, they put the old timey-wimey filter over it. And there was some people saying AI. I know someone here said it was AI, but this was 14 years ago. AI, in fact, I don't think that existed back then for 14 years ago. At least not in the sense where it could do that. So yeah, in my opinion, like I said, I was going to do a deep dive, but what's the point now? I'm saying in a live stream. My opinion, that is a 3D character model rigged for animation with old timey-wimey filters over it. Because nothing adds up to it being from the 1940s. 1947, the quality of the film would have definitely been better than that, especially for the military. Yeah. That is a video absolutely made in 2011 from when that video came out. That's what I can see. Who knows, maybe it is an alien, but that's from my experience what I can see. Some of my shoulders are hurting now. Explains why the clips are so short, the loss of compilation time. Compiling, rendering time. Yeah. Time needed for that. Yeah, exactly. They would have had to render that out. And, in 2014, if you just one computer, it still would have taken some time, but they would have been able to do that, in their bedroom, no problem. But it just would have taken a good few hours, maybe the entire night to render that. At that detail, at least. But yeah, it's doing rounds again now. I don't know why. It's crazy. It was amazing CGI for 14. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not discounting the quality of the animation, the 3D model itself. It's really bloody good. But I saw a few people like on Reddit saying that can't be created in 3D back in, what was it, 2011? I'm like, oh, you're like 12 years old? Of course it could. Of course it could. Anyone with knowledge in Maya or 3ds Max could recreate that in could create that, sorry, in 2011. It's ridiculous when I see that. It's mad. That's some head to get. Shia Ghost, you are spot on. That is some head to get through a turtleneck jumper. Shia Ghost, absolutely spot on with the detail right there. Turtleneck jumper, how the hell did they get that head through it? See? You don't need to look at the 3D stuff. How the hell did they get a turtleneck on there? Absolutely bloody spot on from Shia Ghost right there. Do you know what? I didn't even look at that. Now I can't unsee it. I was going to make a deep dive video of the bloody details, the 3D animation, the rigging of the model, the frame rate. Look at the fucking turtleneck! You can't get that head in a turtleneck like that. That's brilliant. Oh, that was brilliant. I'm still going to make that video. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go into massive detail for 20 minutes and right at the end, look at the fucking turtleneck. Thank you, Shia Ghost. That's brilliant. I did not notice that. Oh, that cracked me up, as. I can't wait to point that out to people who say that the Skinny Bob's real. The fucking turtleneck. Even if it was a stretchy turtleneck, that head would still not fit through there. That is amazing. You don't need deep dives for that. Oh my word. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Women give birth. Yeah, but Gingy, come on now. That's different. I'm not going to get into that. I don't know enough about it. But that is different. Mega my granddaddy. My cheeks are actually aching now from the turtleneck. Turtleneck looks like a zipper. Oh, hang on. Wait there. Looks like it was a zipper. If it's a zipper, that's a different story altogether. It's real. Can't see the zipper in this part of the clip. Myself. Can we see the zipper on the other part? Mr. Prism, you're going to break our minds now. Because ain't it's real. Is that maybe supposed to be a zipper? Maybe. Okay, it's real. I don't know. Maybe it is a zipper. Maybe. Or it's the seams of the UV map. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm still gonna make that deep dive video. I'm gonna point out many things. I'm gonna research more into, because I even tried to find the origins of that channel, Ivan0135. Looks like a kid. It does. It does. Turtleneck onesie. I thought greys were meant to have noses. I genuinely can't. Or weren't meant to have noses. I can't remember. There's been so many versions of greys over the years. Who knows what supposedly they look like. I don't know. It's amazing. He's a granddad alien. He's wearing a cardigan. Lisa D, welcome back. I am going to have to end soon now because I'm, as someone said earlier, I'm Hank Marvin. I haven't eaten yet, and I've been up since 5 a.m. Like someone debunked the font in the timestamp invented. Oh no, this was other things I was going to look at. I mean, I'm unsurprised at that. The font was invented in the mid 2000s. I am unsurprised at that, Kipper. I am unsurprised. But yeah, I was going to look because it was on his channel. But the reason I was going to look at dating of stuff is where is he? There's another video on his channel. Yeah, look, I've already looked at I was looking at these the other day. Is it that one? Because he put up footage. No, is it that one? I can't remember. Oh yeah, this is them walking. This is the Skinny Bobs walking. There was a video I saw the other day. I can't remember what it was now. But I was going to look at the dating of things in that video. But yeah, somebody found the font invented in the mid 2000s. I am unsurprised at that, kid. Unsurprised. Look at my previous comment about Art Attack. Can you remember an episode of Art Attack when he drew a pic of a human in the future after evolving to match the modern world and he looked like a grey alien? No, I used to love watching Art Attack, but I don't remember that. But yeah, didn't someone? Hang on, isn't this? I gotta show you this. They a couple of years ago. Where is it? Hang on, let me find it. Where is it? Evolution, maybe. I can't bloody find it now. Didn't like an algorithm a couple of years ago predict what future humans might look like? And it was ridiculous. Oh, there he is. Right there. Yeah, anyone remember this one? I can't remember how they figured it out, but somebody, or like a think tank, predicted this is how humans would eventually evolve. And the reason they'd have so big upper torsos like that is because of car crashes. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, can you imagine evolving into that? I mean, we'd all look like that and it wouldn't matter how we looked. It wouldn't matter what we looked. Because we'd all look the same. But anyway. I thought Greys were ginger and Welsh. Only some of us. Maybe I even got taken by Skinny Bob for exposing it. Maybe. Reminds me of the dead alien on table footage from supposed back in the 50s. Yeah, I remember that footage. Yeah. Roger Bowen, welcome. I'm not bothered about AI faking paranormal videos because I don't think you can capture ghosts etc. on film anyway. You know? There's a channel called Truth Seekers that did a deep dive on Skinny Bob. I'll have to have a look. Or maybe I won't. Or maybe I'll just make my own opinions so I don't get influenced by other channels. I don't know. I'll see what happens. That's me in 40 years. The footage of the Skinny Bob UFO coming down recycles stuff from an old movie, I think. Can't remember the details. Oh. Recycles stuff from an old movie. I'll have to have a look, Steve. I'll have a look. Half of us look like that now. It's like Pearl from Blade, yeah. Skinny Bob about to probe y'all with his skinny knob. Wasn't he that 30-day fiancé? I've lost my ranking. What ranking? There's a picture of Beto when he shaves. Still don't get the point of I don't understand it either, Jenny man. I don't know. Right. My voice is going. And I need to eat. So I'm going to have to end it there. It was just a random stream. Like I said, some of the stuff we talked about, I'll probably make a video about actually. The drama stuff, I've said I didn't get into the drama. Said some stuff, but it wasn't the drama stuff. That's up to them. But I'm gonna make some videos, hopefully within the next couple of days. And Paranormal Bingo Box, ow. Fingers crossed tomorrow. Fingers crossed I'm going to do it tomorrow. Hopefully back to normal in the weekdays very soon. Oh, burrito time. I'd love a burrito right now. But yeah, Paranormal Bingo Box, fingers crossed tomorrow. And hopefully back to normal very, very soon. Anyway, I'm going to wave out. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the membership. Always appreciated. And just thanks for tuning up in general. I very much appreciated. Enjoyed the chat. Enjoyed the discussion. Mr. Prism's flying tomorrow. Prism. Maybe next Sunday as well. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I enjoyed. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.